This How to Win Circa Survivor edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
Hey, this is Derek Stevens. I'm the owner of Circa Las Vegas. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man. San Diego Superchargers.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
We are in Las Vegas, Sean.
Oh, we are. We are doing it live here at the Circa Ballroom, part of Ultimate Contest Weekend. Of course, still plenty of time. Come out here, sign up for Circa Survivor, Circa Million, Circa Grandissimo. If you're one of those mega whales looking for action, great start to the trip already, Kramer. We got our we're going to be doing our open bar party later tonight, so looking forward to that. And we got a bunch of interviews scheduled for our next episode. Looking forward to those. We got the division previews out, of course. You can win a chance. That's right. $1,000 Circa future up for grabs. All you got to do is listen to each of the NFL team previews. We are giving out one word per episode. Put them together. You got the phrase that pays. Submit the phrase over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/phrase. And we will be spinning the wheel. Week 1 NFL picks. I mean, week 1's right around the corner, Kramer.
I mean, we have one more week of we have college football week 1 next week, but
which is pretty sweet.
One more week of division previews, NFC loading up, our final prediction show, and then it's Labor Day weekend, which is the signal that NFL's here.
The National Football League.
Well, also you get that Labor Day full slate of college.
Yes. Make sure you check out the College Football Picks Week 0 episode. If you thought we just covered a few of the big games, you are wrong. Colby and his secret FCS lines, we covered those.
Talk nickels. We
talk
nickels.
Mercer, if you know ball. So we got that. We got preseason picks, week 3, closing that out. The division previews. We're doing NFC next week. It's just football, man. It's coursing through my veins. Yeah. Very excited.
So what better way to while being emotional to figure out what we're doing in Survivor?
Perfect.
All the way through.
Kramer, now I don't know if this will impact our Survivor map. And of course, this is the episode where we're going to be playing at least 2 entries in Survivor. This one, you're playing along with us. We are giving you our Survivor map right here on air, figuring it out right on air. You can play along with us if you want. Maybe you would be the one chopping the pot with us. If we're onto something, we're going to stick to it. No matter what happens,
no
injuries,
matter what,
whatever, we are sticking to it. Now, the other entries, or at least one other entry, we're going to freestyle it each week, decide the best spots, move and shake from there. So this is our one, this one's going to be locked in. Because it would be awesome to win Circa Survivor, but to release an episode with your plan, that would be truly DGen's only greatness. So hopefully we get this going and cash millions of dollars, Craig.
What? So we've had a lot of time to discuss week 1.
Yeah. Before we get this, there was breaking NFL news.
Oh, that's right.
That we had to get to, which could impact week 1 and maybe impact our Survivor plans. Jerry Jones on the Cowboys offer to Micah Parsons. When we wanted to send the details to the agent told us to stick it up our ass.
Wow. That's not good.
This is just digging in. Does that sound like a guy who's going to be ready? I mean, we're taping this on a Thursday.
What is
2 weeks out? We got.
What is Jerry trying to? What game is Jerry playing here?
How is this? This
feels
good?
trouble.
How is this? This
feels trouble. If I'm a Cowboys fan, this feels like trouble.
Yeah, this is not. This is not a good start.
Doesn't impact. I'm not looking to play Thursday, so it doesn't impact me.
Doesn't impact you. So let's start week 1. What are we doing? And remind people, of course, Circa Survivor.
Yes.
You do need a team Thanksgiving. You do need a team Christmas.
Yes.
Now Black Friday is part of the Thanksgiving games. So remind people who plays on Thanksgiving.
So the Thanksgiving games are Chicago, Philly, Baltimore, Cincinnati, Dallas, Kansas City, and Green Bay, Detroit. So 8 teams.
Okay.
And the Christmas teams are Kansas City. So another double, I feel like this happens every year where you just end up being like, well, I guess we protect Kansas City. Dallas actually also plays on both Christmas and Thanksgiving.
That is a disgusting act.
Which makes it more difficult for us. Denver is playing Kansas City on Christmas. And then Detroit, Minnesota is the other game. So you have 6 teams for Christmas, 8 teams for Thanksgiving. So general strategy from me is I would like to have options. Now I'm not necessarily worried about keeping both sides of a game, but I definitely want to make sure I have a team available in each game. Would you agree?
I'm fine with that. But do we want to?
So again, Detroit and Kansas City play both Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Okay. Do we want to consider identifying our Thanksgiving and Christmas Day games now?
First.
Yes. Any thought on that strategy?
It's very difficult. Very difficult. All right. So let's start with Christmas then.
Okay.
If we're going to play this game. So the first option you have is Minnesota's hosting Detroit. That's very difficult for me. That's Washington is hosting Dallas.
That's not very difficult for me.
Don't always love the home team.
I love Washington there. That's a rematch from that game that they blew last year against the Cowboys. We're fading the Cowboys. That's how we've built this brand. We've built this company. That's in my mind what I would be playing.
And then we could fade Dallas on both days. And go
that's
Chiefs.
What I like.
And
that's what I was going to be.
All right, let's just pencil that in. Then.
Okay, so now we were playing along on Survivor Atlas, which very good tool.
Nice.
Not a paid promotion, but they do a good job, and it's like customized with the Circa rules. So you click off the different teams, it checks them off. It's very helpful here.
So we've taken Washington for Christmas. We've taken Kansas City for Thanksgiving.
I like that. All right, now let's go back to week 1. Kramer, week 1.
I've sorted it by spread. So which by the way, again, plugging the product here, but you can sort it. Get so Tennessee obviously is the biggest dog. Denver's the biggest favorite. Philly's the second biggest favorite. Arizona third. Washington fourth. We've already used them. Cincinnati on the road in Cleveland, and then it drops down to 3-point spreads with Jacksonville, Kansas City, New England, and Pittsburgh.
So for me, it's just a question between Arizona and Denver.
Everyone will be taking Denver, right?
I think Denver. Yeah, I would say Denver is probably going to be the most popular play.
I mean, this New Orleans team looks pretty bad, right?
I would agree. And then you look at, if we look at it from Arizona, is that the biggest? It's crazy because they're on the road, but are they?
They play Tennessee week 5.
Okay.
At home.
And what's that look ahead number?
5.5.
Yeah. So this is the biggest spread for them. That's right up there.
Yeah, that's probably the other time that we would consider using them. And so I guess the way I usually do this then is I look then, okay, does week 5 have something else interesting? Well, you have opportunities Minnesota, big favorite, Baltimore, Buffalo. It's potentially usable there too. So I think we're using Arizona week 5 or week 1. So I think whatever we decide right here, we lock in the other week.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess I could say, but what about the Broncos? We don't take the Broncos there. They do have that really tough spot for the Giants.
Yeah.
Week 7.
Giants might be good by then though.
I guess the counter is, man, let's just get past week 1. Part of me just wants to take Denver.
I'm not as high on Denver as you either. So I could see Denver not being quite as good as this is the spot.
Okay. It's week 1. Denver's great at home. Week 1 home stuff. rookie quarterback on the road.
Let's also lock in Arizona week 5.
Okay.
Because there's no
Tennessee at home.
Yeah.
All right. Kyler will still be good week 5.
Okay, so now we're back to week 2. We've burned now 4 teams: Denver, Arizona, Washington. Did I accidentally click on Cincinnati? What's going on here? Why is Cincinnati crossed off on my screen, Sean?
I don't know.
I'll figure this out later. All right, what's next?
Week 2. The big spread there is the Ravens at home against the Browns, laying 12.5. Man, that is tempting, but that's also potentially a Joe Flacco revenge game. And we just saw, and I think Juju wise, we can't do it because we lost to Gardner Minshew week 2 for the Ravens at home. I don't want to be staring that down again. Now, the other interesting options are Bills at Jets. Bills are laying 8.5. Jets it's a division game, road favorite. That's a little scary. Bengals at home against the Jags. That's 5.5, but you're still looking at Zach Taylor and those slow starts week 1, week 2. 49ers laying 7 at the Saints. That's tempting if I'm being honest. You got the Cardinals laying 4.5 at home. Rams on the road at Tennessee laying 5.
Are we going to want to play the Niners anywhere else?
That's what I'm saying. I kind of want to get rid of them.
They have Atlanta later in the year at home.
I don't think they should be that big.
They
of a
have
favorite.
Carolina later in the year at home.
I mean, they're already banged up, and I don't think it's going to get better. So I kind of like taking them week 2 at New Orleans.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's go. All right, so we got Denver at home week 1. Then we got Survivor Atlas is awesome. Like a cool little map they're putting together. Okay, so we got
week 3.
Week 3. What are we doing?
Buffalo, as per usual, has a big number. Let's at least explore where is the ideal place to play Buffalo? Is it the week 4 New Orleans game?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I guess doesn't Tua have a good record against Buffalo? Or am I crazy?
Yeah, I think you're right. Let's pencil that in. Let's pencil them versus New Orleans week 4.
So then Tampa Bay at home against the Jets, 7.5.
That's the spot.
Now Todd Bowles normally does very well against mobile quarterbacks, although Bo Nix got him for the most part.
The Bucs. The only other time I could see wanting to play the Bucs is against the Saints at home later in the year.
Now Seattle is laying 6.5 against New Orleans. Kind of a similar situation here to Tampa Bay. I do think the Jets are better than the Saints. Or do we consider Seattle here, Ryan?
I don't love Seattle, but this is probably the spot to. We're just going to fade New Orleans the whole year. I think. They're really bad.
That's not a horrible strategy.
And I don't. Where else are we taking Seattle?
Yeah, let's take Seattle.
Seattle.
Okay. So far, all 4. Well, no, the first game we're fading the Titans, and then the rest we're just fading the fading the Saints so far. Week 5, Ryan.
Well, we're fading Tennessee twice. Week 5, we already.
You're right. Week 5, yes.
We have Arizona.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Week 6. The biggest spread right now: Eagles at home against the Giants. Eagles on the road at the Giants.
We can do better.
Okay.
Maybe not. It's a tough week.
You got the Steelers at home against the Browns. This might be the time to take the Steelers.
Raiders at home versus the Titans.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
That might be the play. The Raiders aren't laying a field goal against too many teams. I mean, I know we don't have to play all the teams, but if we're gonna play the Raiders, this is the week to play the Raiders.
Yeah. All right. I'm not anti-Raiders, but
Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Eagles. These are division games.
Okay.
Baltimore versus the Rams.
Rams played them tough last.
That doesn't
time.
seem like the kind of game I'd want to get involved with. Cincy against Green Bay. I mean,
that's not Green Bay.
And then you have New England at New Orleans. That's
no. And
now we're dropping into basically pick'em territory.
All right, Raiders.
Yeah, let's play the Raiders here.
Raiders.
Fade Tennessee and New Orleans when possible.
Week 7, Ryan. We are all the way out to week 7 here.
Chicago
Bears are favored by a big number against New Orleans.
Chargers
at home against the Colts.
I mean, I don't think we're going to have too many opportunities to take the Bears. That's for sure.
Now, are we worried about the Chargers being able to stop the run? Something the Colts could do well. That would be my concern.
Yeah, I mean, I looking at this feels like the time we take the Bears.
Okay, not going to be taking the Bears a ton. All right, we're going to keep going here with the Survivor, but of course, shout out to Rhythm. If you're looking to get in on some NFL player props, they crushed it this past year, 15-8 on Josh Allen passing props. It's a 23% ROI. The Rhythm is gonna bet you. Already tooling around with my NFL model. Cannot wait to unleash it for NFL Week 1. They also have college football Week 0. Highly recommend the FCS totals. They did a great job with those. You can make your own model or just rely on theirs. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Ryan, week 8.
We have I'm just giving a quick update. We fade Tennessee week 1. We fade New Orleans week 2, 3, 4. We fade Tennessee week 5 and week 6, and we fade New Orleans week 7. So we are exclusive, and then the Cowboys for the holidays. We've got we might have stumbled into a system here.
Yes, Cowboys, Titans, Colts.
Okay, week 8. Some might say this is a good time to take the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles at home against the Giants.
The Eagles do play the Raiders later in the year.
No.
10.5 point spread, non-divisional game. Other options this week: Bengals hosting the Jets. Probably the only time we would take the Bengals, if I'm being completely honest with you.
I don't know, man. Bengals are going to be a tough team.
Then you have Baltimore hosting the Bears. We do have some opportunities to take the Ravens later, but they're also kind of division-y.
Bengals could be our week 18 team at home against the Browns, but I don't know. The Browns have had their number as well. Do we take the Bengals?
This is when you take the Bengals, I think, at home.
Or we could do Ravens. We could also do, well, yeah, to your point, this does feel like when you take the Bengals, but Eagles at home against the Giants.
Bengals. Let's see I mean, again, I think the Eagles. I think if we're avoiding divisional games, we take the Eagles week 15 against the Raiders.
Okay. So then, do we want? I kind of like Ravens at home against the Bears better than the Jets.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. So week 8 got the Ravens at home against the Chicago Bears. Week 9, what are we doing?
Well, the biggest spread on the board is the Rams against the Saints. We could also take the Packers against the Panthers, and I don't think we have tons of ideas for playing either of these teams later in the season. Neither team has a great opportunity after this. We have been fading.
Yeah, let's
New
just
Orleans a lot.
Fade the Saints one more time. Just ram it.
Week 10. The biggest spread we can attack here are the Panthers taking on the Saints. Chargers hosting the Steelers, Bucks hosting the Patriots. That's interesting. That could be the spot.
Sorry, what
Bucks
game?
hosting the Patriots. Because
I like that.
Yeah, unless we wanted to go Panthers fading the Saints, but I don't know if I like that as much.
No,
I'd rather take this non-conference.
Yeah.
So take the Bucks.
Yep.
All right. And then week 11, we still have the Patriots laying 5.5 against the Jets. We still have the Packers laying 4.5 at Newton. No, they lost to Tommy DeVito in that spot. We have the Eagles laying 3.5 against Detroit. We have the Falcons laying 3.5 against Carolina. We have Houston laying 3 at Tennessee. Minnesota -2.5 against Chicago. This is officially the tough week. This is the tough week. Now, I don't know if we.
I think we take. Maybe this is when we take the Eagles, Ryan.
Yeah. At home against Detroit.
Yeah, I'm not losing to Jared Goff's ass outdoors.
All right. Next
Week
up,
12.
we have the Lions laying 8.5 against the Giants.
Mm.
That could be a play.
Yeah.
We have the Bengals laying 4.5 against New England. Green Bay 3.5, Minnesota. So not a ton of choices here.
Yeah, Detroit. The number's too big.
That's going to be a tough way to lose Survivor. Then we have Thanksgiving, which reminder we are on the Chiefs taking on the Cowboys.
Yes.
Week 13. We still have Chargers laying 6.5 against the Raiders. That's always tricky. Miami laying 6 against the Saints. That could be dangerous this late in the season, but it is the Saints and they look horrible.
Yeah, I think we take Saints. I don't.
You mean the Dolphins?
Sorry, Dolphins
Yeah.
against the Saints.
Done.
We're not gonna feel good about having the.
No.
I mean, that's a home game.
All right.
Week 14. A lot of the big dogs already gone for us. Biggest spread available is Green Bay at home laying 3.5.
They kind of own Chicago.
Jacksonville though laying 3 at home against the Colts, but Colts that's on the flow chart. Ryan, Colts always win in Jacksonville.
I know, but who's playing quarterback? Cleveland laying 1.5 against Tennessee. So late in the season. I don't know what to do here. Now we took Bucks laying 4.5 week 10. We could use them here and go back and figure out week 10.
What did we do for week 10? We
took the Bucks.
Okay.
The Bucks would be playing the Saints this week. They're laying a ton of points. Possible play there. We also could undo the Detroit play in week 12 and use them against Dallas this week. They're laying 6 and figure out a different play in week 12.
Yeah, I'm kind of
which
feeling,
could be the sense of the Bengals versus the Patriots. That's an interesting time. We have not used the Bengals yet, Sean.
Don't we? I kind of almost like taking a Green Bay here.
Even though it's a divisional game.
Yeah,
I guess
we're gonna need some divisional games. Or honestly,
did you hear my proposal? We trade Detroit week 12 against the Giants for Detroit week 14 against the Cowboys. And then we pivot by putting Cincinnati against New England week 12.
Cincinnati week 12
against New England. This is normally when they're getting hot or they're already hot.
All right. So Cincinnati week 12 at home against New England.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we have Detroit available to us week 14 against Dallas.
Week 14. We have Detroit. So is that all we had to switch?
Yep.
Okay.
And we're very near the end here. We've almost finished this to completion. The Jags are the play, I think, in week 15. They host the New York Jets. We also have Steelers hosting the Dolphins.
Is the Steelers.
All right,
time.
let's take the Steelers. Week 16. Whoa, what's up, guys? Week 16, we got the Houston versus the Raiders would be the biggest spread for us to play. It's a bit of a pickle at this point. We don't have a ton of options, but the Texans laying 4.5 is an option. We also have, we scroll down the board, we have not a lot of good options.
Chargers at Cowboys.
Oh,
they're great on the road.
Yeah,
man.
let's do that.
Dallas sucks.
We've pivoted to a late season fade the Cowboys strategy.
Yes,
we already did.
We're
Christmas.
on Christmas.
We did that already.
Remind people who we have on Christmas.
Christmas, we have the Washington Commanders because they're playing the Cowboys.
Yep.
Week 17, we don't have a ton of options. Tennessee plays New Orleans. I don't really want to get involved in that game. This would be one where we're gonna have to like this. This would be, I guess, when we would the other time we could use Cincinnati. Other than that, we'd have to go down the board and potentially even. There's so many coin flip games this week.
Kind of like Atlanta, even though they're a 3-point home dog at the to the Rams.
Tennessee is the fact that Tennessee is laying 3.5 against the Saints is hilarious to me.
Yeah, that's I don't know. That's a red flag, though, don't you think?
Giants playing the Raiders that week. I will be in attendance.
And we already used Seattle, right?
We already used Seattle.
Okay. Because I kind of, we got to use Atlanta once. Is my take.
All right.
We're gonna need some small dogs, or
Atlanta had
or what about the Texans at the Chargers? I know you're not as high, but man, that defense. Just imagine that defense against the Chargers' offensive line.
I mean, this is going to be a tough week for anyone who gets this.
Yeah, but I say Atlanta or Houston, Ryan.
I'd say Atlanta though.
Atlanta's at home. All right, final week 18. Imagine having $20 million on the line.
Well, we can take Houston versus Indy or Jacksonville versus Tennessee if we want to have some absolute AFC South fun to close it out.
I love Houston versus Indy. Houston at home?
Are we worried it's going to be a garbage game? More likely to be a garbage game for the Jags, I guess. So,
or do we New England at home, Miami up there in cold weather? I mean, even if Tua is playing, his record in freezing temp, I imagine New England has to play for that game.
You want to take New England over Houston? Let's take Houston. Indy sucks. We didn't fade them enough.
All right. Wow.
All right. So recapping, and again, check out Survivor Atlas. Very cool. Draws a little map for you, connects the dots. So week 1, week 1, fading Tennessee, Denver. Week 2, San Francisco at New Orleans. Week 3, Seattle taking on the Saints. Week 4, Buffalo taking on the Saints. Week 5, Arizona taking on the Titans. Week 6, Raiders taking on the Titans. Week 7, Bears taking on the Saints. Week 8, Ravens taking on the Bears. Week 9, Rams taking on the Saints. Week 10, Bucks taking on the Patriots. Week 11, Eagles taking on the Lions. Week 12, Bengals taking on the Patriots. Week Thanksgiving, Kansas City taking down Dallas. Week 13, Dolphins taking on the Saints. We've faded the Saints more than any other team. Week 14, we're fading the Cowboys with the Lions. Week 15, we're fading the Dolphins with the Steelers. Week 16, Cowboys fade with the Chargers, and then a back-to-back Cowboys fade on Christmas. We're taking the Commanders over the Cowboys. Week 17, Rams go down. We're taking the Falcons. Man, this is going to get sweaty if we make it this far. And then for all the marbles, hopefully we've already won it by now. The Texans over the Colts.
It's going to be an incredible sweat here, Ryan. We got to be at here, Circa, sweating it out in person.
I guess we will be here most likely.
Yes,
if we're in it.
Yeah, we'll be. We got to sweat it out in person.
Yeah, the Christmas was where they put Christmas. And the Survivor pool is very diabolical. How am I supposed to sweat this with family around?
This is great, awesome. Just Jack for Survivor. Cannot wait. Of course, yeah. I mean, we got a bunch of episodes, one big episode with a bunch of interviews coming out next. So stay tuned for that. Of course, smash the subscribe button. Hit us up on Spotify. Questions, comments, answering them all over there. And get in your phrase that pays for a chance to win $1,000. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/PHRASE. Kramer, it's time to go have some cocktails, sweat out some preseason football.
Yes.
And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green. He's Ryan.
I think we just won $20 million, Sean.
Kramer, let it ride.
I want better fucking execution.